All right. Tonight I want to welcome Shawna Penney to the call. Shawna is going to speak on inviting and following up. I don't remember the fancy title I gave it, but she has, like Christina in this business, just been somebody that I've looked to, that I've collaborated with, whether she's invited my questions or not. And she's just like one of the most down-to-earth people that I've ever met. She always has a smile on her face. If you know her, you know that she's always smiling, laughing, having fun. And that's probably one word I would use to describe her, is fun. And that's, she's one of the people that makes this business enjoyable. And she's one of those coaches that you look to that just kind of makes you go, okay, like this is supposed to be fun. This is not supposed to be, you know, something that drives us into the ground and makes us frustrated and want to quit. And so I reached out to her and I said, hey, would you please get on our call and talk? Because I love her to death. And she's a mom of 3, freaking organized, has it together. And she's just somebody that we all can learn a lot from. So she's a 5-star diamond coach. She's hit the Millionaire Club, and she is a Success Club legend, which means she's doing this activity every single month, hitting the benchmark, benchmark success milestones that the company has set. But she genuinely just has a passion for helping people, and that's why she's in this business. And she's grown a tribe of her own, and all just like her. And if you look at her team, it's a team that you just want to be around, right? So and I don't tell you these stats to obviously I want to brag about her, but like Christina said, these stats mean nothing if you're not living the example every day, and if you're not turning around and teaching. And that's one thing that she does. And I want to introduce her to our call, and make sure you have a pen and paper to take notes. Shawna, I'm going to use the chat to post a couple questions that my coaches posted earlier. And then at the end, we can take those questions, or you can kind of answer them as you go. So welcome, Shawna. Floor is yours.
All right, Megan, thank you so much for inviting me to be on this call. I think the world of you as well. And you talk about this business being fun. When I get to see moms and like new moms rise up in this business, it keeps me going, because that was me 7 years ago when I was on maternity leave with my first daughter. I have 3. And I basically walked away from corporate America. I was in health and fitness management, and I taught group fitness for 18 years. Sounds like oh my gosh, like a lot of years. But I taught like through college and everything, so I'm like not that old. I was kind of old. But so I dove into this business head first, and honestly, it was just because of the opportunity that it offered to allow me to stay home and raise my family. So not have to go to a 9-to-5, or in my case, it was like a 9-to-9 job. And for me, that's all I needed was an opportunity. So I dove in head first, never looked back, was able to walk away from corporate America. And by inviting people into this business, the business has opened up so many opportunities for me and people in my life. And it's funny that we're talking about that, because that's the topic for tonight, is inviting. But it's a lot more fun when you do it with more people. So yes, you can jump into this business and grow it by yourself, but it's going to be like this: slow, 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 make your commissions. And if you invite people, whether it's into the business or into the your challenge groups, it's going to start slow, but it's going to pick up. And then the more people you invite, it's going to take off. And that's the really cool thing about this business, is because it starts slow, but it picks up speed really, really quick. So if you're a newer coach, which I don't think you guys are, as I heard you're all leaders, right? So leaders on this team, and you earned a spot on these mentorship calls. So I want to congratulate you guys as well. So Megan, thank you for inviting me, and congratulations to everybody on this call. I'm not going to talk a lot about myself. I'm going to get right into our topic tonight because of our time restraint. And I know a lot of you are moms. Raise your hand if you're a mom on this call. 1, 2. I can't see everybody. How do you see everybody? I'm on my iPhone. Oh, there you are. Hi, Stevie. There we go. Okay, so hopefully I can see the chat questions, Megan. Will they just pop up on the bottom? Oh, are you muted?
I just posted them. I'm not sure how it comes up on a phone though, but I can read them to you at the end too.
Okay, because I just saw one like pop up, but then it went away. Is that normal?
iPhone users, do you know? I don't know.
It's okay. All right, so we're going to get into something that I want to offer to you tonight of value. So as far as like working this business and being a mom, I feel like time is really precious. And when you're going to go and work your business, I want it to be like great information that you can take and you can go and run with it. So I'm going to give you 4 steps to inviting and how to go through this process on a regular basis when you go to work your business. I really feel that out of the 4 vital behaviors, that inviting is usually the one thing that people struggle with. And I just think it's because it's not always comfortable. It's not always easy. It's easy to like open a book and do personal development or plug in earphones. It's easy, you know, it becomes routine to push play and do your workouts. You can recognize other people, but inviting, you've got to step out of your comfort zone. You've got to be feeling like confident and, you know, excited. And this is something that we need to put first. So when you go to work your business, it's like, we need to nail this inviting process. So my first step would be to form a relationship. Now, I need you guys to raise your hand. Who knows what the acronym FORM stands for? FORM. Yes, Megan, you do. Okay, so I'm going to briefly go into that because a couple of people did not raise their hand that I could see. FORM is basically finding out about people's family. It's finding out about their occupation. That's the O. It's finding out about what they do recreationally for fun. And it's then it's sending a message to them. So within the 4 steps that I'm going to give you, you can use FORM within the very first step. So here's how I would jump onto a conversation with someone on Facebook. I would say, oh my goodness, Megan, congratulations. I saw you're pregnant. You are absolutely adorable. How are you feeling? And, you know, what's going on with you and the family? How are you guys going to, you know, adjust to number 3? And just kind of leave it as an open-ended question. You're curious. You have to be sincere, be authentic, and leave it like open-ended, not yes or no, but like, how, you know, how's it going to be with 3? How you feeling? And then wait for her to respond. Usually you're going to go back and forth like 3 to 5 times with forming to build this relationship. So that's for it to be like a solid, authentic, I really care relationship. It could take one day if someone's sitting on their phone scrolling and they're, you know, interested in the conversation, or it might take like a couple months. Whatever it is, but the more conversations you're starting, the more conversations that are going to be coming out the pipeline the next month. So it's like if I start 15 new conversations this month, I'm not expecting those conversations to be completely formed until next month. So it's very important that you're constantly starting these new conversations right now, right here, right now. So for that specific step, form a relationship, number 1, I would suggest that you start 15 new conversations per week. That would be my suggestion to grow this business. And the reason you're forming these conversations is because you need to identify, step 2, their need. Now, it might be very obvious what their need is, and it might be obvious because they might tell you when you're talking about, you know, asking about their family, and then Megan might say, yeah, you know, I really hope to stay in shape with this pregnancy. Maybe she might refer back to pregnancy 1 and 2. Maybe I gained too much weight. I didn't feel my best. I just want to be more, you know, have more of a upbeat, what's the word I'm looking for? More of a positive outlook, you know, so you don't go into like the postpartum depression. So you want to feel great through your pregnancy, before, during, and after. And that's what health and fitness can offer to moms. That's a huge thing that as moms we can offer, and why there will always be a huge demand for the Beachbody business and health and fitness with moms specifically. That's our target market right here, right now. So she might come out and tell you that. That's what I was saying. So you're identifying the need, or you might see it. It might be someone who just had a baby and they are you know, like the rest of our country obese. You could maybe see it, and you're not going to call them out on that, but you can basically say, how can I help you? My job as a health and fitness coach, I am here to serve you. I'm here to help you. How can I do that? And you just wait and you listen. And it's really hard for us to do because we are excited. We are so excited about what we have to offer. But we have to remember we have 2 ears and we have 1 mouth. So we need to like zip it and just stop, and we need to listen, because people are going to tell you exactly what they want from you and what they need from you. So that's number 2. Whether they come out and tell you or you see it, it's identifying the need. So you form the relationship, then you're finding out what they need from you. Okay, so after you identify the need, you're able to give them advice. Now here's where you come in as a coach, okay? Where are you inviting them? Do you have places set up every single month where you're inviting them? For me personally, I have 4 to 5 places every single month, like clockwork, where I can invite somebody. And these places are a free 3-day group. And I absolutely love free 3-day groups because you're not asking them to purchase a thing. You're basically saying, come into my community, come into my world. It's private, it's online, and you can find out and you can feel what it's like to be in one of my private groups and see how I can help you. You can meet all these positive people, and you can see how they will lift you up each and every day. As soon as you like turn on your phone, you're going to feel great. And that's why I love free groups. There's 3-day groups, there's 5-day groups, there's 7-day groups. It's up to you. I like 3-day groups. I just feel like it just gets to the point. And when you do have a 3-day group or any type of free group, you have to make sure that you're delivering absolute great content. So they want to hear and see you, what sets you apart from every single other coach. And it's going to be stepping out of your comfort zone if you haven't gone live, but you're going to have to get in there and you're going to have to go live and you're going to have to talk to them and do some exercises. So I just got done with a fab arm challenge, FAB fab, and it was just 3 days. So we go in there with moves, you know, and add great content. So we kind of taught them about, now these are going to be like your beginners. So you're going to teach them about like water intake and how many ounces they should drink per day. And it's simple information, but it's something that when they do it, they're going to feel awesome. So if they're hydrating each and every day and they're drinking half of their body weight in ounces and they come out, they're going to feel awesome and they're going to be like, okay, what's next? So that would be where I would direct them next, from a 3-day group or a free group into my challenge group, which is also ongoing every single month. But I run it as like 30-day groups. So I'd be like, it starts in July and then it starts in August, and I have a winner every single month. But from the 3-day group, I can just scooch them right over, and I feel confident because I know that group is already in place and running like clockwork. And because I keep adding people into that group, the motivation is high, and the challengers are basically running the group for me at this point, because they are just, a lot of them end up being coaches, to be honest, whether it's a discount coach or a newer coach working the business. But because they're posting so regularly, that energy is just like contagious, and you just put them in there and they're like, wow, this is awesome. And we'll get to the next point, but that's going to lead you into referrals. So that's your challenge group. So free group, challenge group. And then guess what happens after, during the challenge group? They start to get results, and they're being a product of the product, whether they know it or not. So at that point, that's a great place. That's where I get my best coaches from the challenge group, is to invite them into a sneak peek. So present the business to them. And I don't skip steps either. I don't really take somebody that I just formed and I don't push them right into the business. I put them in these groups for a specific reason, so that way when they become a coach, they understand how to run the business effectively. So the sneak peek, it might just be like a live event or group, 1 day, 1 hour a night, but it's somewhere that we can invite people. And if you're a newer coach, you can have some of the coaches that have been in this business for a longer period of time run it for you. So all you have to do is basically say, hey, let's see, I'm trying to find out. Hey, Megan, hey, Brittany, come check out what this business that I just became a coach in is all about. You will love it. if you have an hour tonight, you have to jump on this sneak peek into coaching. It's going to be amazing. And seriously, sometimes that's all you have to say. You don't even have to say what coaching is and what you do and it's just like invite them somewhere where they're going to hear it from the experts, or they're going to hear it from somebody that can deliver that information for you. So sneak peek, or if they can't get on a live sneak peek, there's recorded business webinars. And some people like that. And I personally like the shorter ones that are like, Christine Dwyer had one that was like 20 minutes that can be viewed from an iPad or a Mac. That was my favorite for a very long period of time because as a mom, I didn't have that much time and I wouldn't be able to sit on a computer for an hour. And I definitely wouldn't be able to get on something live because I'd be holding a baby, I'd be nursing a baby, and then I have a toddler running around literally swinging from the chandelier. So I was like, life, it's different for everybody, and you have to respect that. And you have to really think about like what their time looks like, and then offer something that's going to work for them, and see how coaching is going to work for them at that specific time in their life, because it doesn't look the same for everybody. And depending on kids' ages, it changes everything, I think. Okay, so then the fourth place that I offer, it would be a shake and share. And I love to take things off of social media, and I like to bring them into my backyard. I like to bring them into my living room. I like to have a couple coaches over and, crack a bottle of wine and talk about if it was about the business, or if it's the shake and share, then obviously, well, not obviously, but we wouldn't be cracking the wine. We'd be whipping up shakes. So those are my absolute favorite way to present Shakeology, to present on demand, and to indirectly expose people to the business and coaching, because there's always coaches at these parties. And for any of the Sapphires on the call tonight, that's the best way to grow your business. If you're a Sapphire, is just have, whether it's a small or a big party. My very first one, I'll never forget, it was Come Meet Kayla. This was my first daughter. She's 7 now. Come Meet Kayla. She was just born. And we sampled Dixie cups of Shakeology, had just came out at the time. And then Christina Sullins was there. And we brought everybody into the basement and did a business opportunity meeting. They're like, well, they did not even know what was happening. But that day, some of my top coaches signed up. Abby Jimenez signed up that day. And it was like I went from an emerald coach to a diamond coach literally that day, that party. So that's why I get really excited about shake and shares and parties, because that's where the magic happens. Just like any other live event, whether it's like a huge one like Summit or Super Saturday, it can be pretty powerful. So definitely shake and shares. And with the new Daily Sunshine, I would highly recommend doing some kind of shake and share with the Daily Sunshine, and with kids going back to school, inviting any of the moms over. Or I'm just assuming that your mom's on this call, because I know Megan's like a mom and you kind of attract your the same people. But if you're not a mom, it doesn't matter. You can still, and have you just theme it based on who your people are. Who do you want to attract? Who do you want your tribe to be? Because you're going to be spending time with them. So you want to be able to have coffee with these people. Okay, so that was number 3, is you're sharing information and you have places that you're inviting them to. And I really feel like that's important, because we always say invite, but it's like, if you don't have confident places to invite them to, how do you invite them? And I think, Megan, you guys have somewhere specific that you're inviting everybody to very recently, right? Very soon? Is it a sneak peek?
Yep, sneak peek.
Okay, so Is this happening when? Next week?
Yes, next week.
Okay, so I would challenge you guys. I'm also doing a sneak peek next week. I think it's literally a week from today. I would challenge you to have 15 new conversations up until next week, every single day. And then some of those might come out the pipeline by then, and you're forming them, and then you're identifying their need, and then you're inviting them into the sneak peek. And I would also challenge you then, out of those 15 per day, just total invite 15 people to the sneak peek, because some people aren't going to be able to get on, even though they said they are going to, and others, they just might not show up. So the more you invite, the more likely you're about to get like a good quality coach lead on that sneak peek. And then number 4 for my system for inviting is success. And the reason I call it that is because from these groups that we talked about, you're going to have success stories come out of it. So it's very important as a coach to recognize the success of these people, whether or not they were your highest point earner in a free group, or they lost 5 pounds in a 30-day challenge group, or they hit Success Club as a brand new coach. But by recognizing these people, these coaches, you're basically showing how awesome your business is. And then when you tag them on social media, so if you're on Instagram or if you're on Facebook, all of their friends and family are seeing it. So the importance of this is because that's what's going to turn into your referrals. So whether or not your highest point earner on the free group decided to become a challenger or coach, guess how many all of her Facebook friends are seeing this? So then you could go in there, and if there's people commenting saying, oh, congratulations, Brittany, that's awesome, you know, people will lift you up. Then you want to go in and you can friend those people if they're not going to become a coach, and then invite them. Or you could say, hey, tag a friend. I do a lot of free giveaways to get referrals. So I'll say, tag a friend in here and be entered into the raffle for the new Daily Sunshine 3 sample packs. It can be small. We love free giveaways. It could be a tank top, and tag a friend and I like raffles because then you could tag a bunch of people and pull one winner and then give away a tank top. So that's my suggestion on getting referrals, is offer some kind of contest, and then within those groups offer contests. So you kind of see how it's like systematic. It's like they go from the free group to the challenge group to the sneak peek, and then they would go into like your new coach training from there, and then just keeps repeating over and over again. Highlight the success stories, get referrals from there, filter them back in, and that's just running your business every month. So you're not like, what am I going to do this month? You know, like how am I going to invite people, or where am I going to meet people? It's like, no, it's ongoing, daily, and then monthly. I just lost my train of thought. I had something else to offer. Following up, and okay, so on these groups, don't forget, on the last day of all these groups, make sure you are inviting them to the next group. So don't just let that group end. Hey, congratulations, thanks for joining my group. It's like, tell them what's next. Like, you're telling them where they need to go next from there. Does that make sense? So you know, as their coach, you're like, okay, you just finished the free group. You did awesome. Now here's where you go next. So next we have a challenge group, and here's how it works. You already tried Shakeology at my party, so you're going to get a 30-day supply of Shakeology. We can do, you know, and that's where you break it down for them. We can either do that in a 30-day bag, or we could do packets, because I know you work and you might want to take those packets to go. And then we bundle it with the on-demand, and then you say, you know, tell them what the on-demand is. The on-demand, you're going to be able to stream all of the programs, you know, from anywhere. And we package this together, and the reason we package it together is it's more affordable, and then your shakes will be on auto ship. And then if they're like, well, I don't know if I want to do it on auto ship, and I always set everybody up on auto ship, because Success Club points, right? I mean, it's a business, and honestly, you can't be afraid. Like, everybody is selling something. We are selling something. It's just, it's in a very awesome way because we're helping them. So, but we are selling fitness programs, we're selling Shakeology, and it's okay. You know, it's okay to tell somebody that this is what I am selling you. It doesn't matter. It's like, but because you love it and you believe in it, it's going to come across like that, and people will appreciate the fact that you're being direct and you're being honest and authentic, and you're not being like that shady salesperson. It's like, this is what I have to offer. It's $160. Let's get you started. Let's go. And if you're like, okay, well, I have to think about it. Totally fine. I totally understand. What is it that you have to think about? Well, I have to think about the price. Okay. And then from there, it's like you need to ask them, like, well, what is it that you need to think about? Is the price? I need to talk to my husband. Okay, great. Why don't I follow up with you in 2 days? You can let me know what your husband said. And I just feel like with objections, the more you're direct with them, I think you can overcome it more easily. So if they're like, oh, I have to think about it. And if you're like, okay, no problem. All right, I'll talk to you later. You won't get to that next conversation. You have to be a little bit more assertive. And I am not an assertive person. I'm like, I don't really like, selling people something, but you know what? It's okay because we have something really awesome to offer and it's going to get people results. And that's a really cool business to be in because it's not going to go away, health and fitness. Okay, so those are the 4 steps. Let's just recap those to inviting. It's forming a relationship, it's identifying the need, it's sharing information in all those groups we talked about, and then it's highlighting success. And that's going to turn into referrals for you. So where are we at? Let's talk about questions from there because I'll keep going. I don't know where I'm at with time either. How are we doing, Megan?
You're good. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have more to add, otherwise I can read off the questions.
Okay, let's start answering some questions.
Okay, so the first question was, how can I reach out to cold market better? I've been using Form to make new relationships, but get a lot of one-word answers. Like they don't want to talk to me. When is the right time to invite them then?
I would, if it's a cold lead, then I'd be like, hey, I thought of you because I'm running a free 3-day group. And I would maybe, and I keep saying 3-day, please don't think you have to run a 3-day group. It's just what I do. I would map out your free groups for the entire year. So that way, like right now, I know that I can invite people to my September back to school booty blaster. And it's always my fallback is the free group. So if it's a cold lead, you shouldn't be afraid to invite them to a free group. That's where I would invite them. Or perhaps offer them, if they're like a new Shakeology customer, offer them a sample of Shakeology, if that's where the direction that you're going. Or maybe a sample of like the Daily Sunshine, or that's maybe where like a shake and share, like, hey, we're sampling our new Daily Sunshine. Is that something you might be interested in? Those are all free. So you should never be intimidated to like fall back on the free things just to get them into your fitness world.
Yes, awesome. Question number 2, I could really use guidance on getting people to see the overall benefits of challenge packs and or Shakeology. So I think the question is, how do you help people see the overall benefits instead of just saying, oh, I don't need Shakeology, or, oh, I don't need that, or.
Okay, well, I think because it's our top product, I feel like we need to say how it works for us. So like for me, it's like, well, I lost 40 pounds in 4 months after my first pregnancy. I gained half the weight with pregnancy number 2 because I drank it during my pregnancy. And then I have 3, so my third. But it's like now I drink it to get all my vitamins and nutrients to have energy to keep up with all 3. So I think like the value for each person is different. After my first, it was all about like weight loss. And then with my second, it was like, okay, maintaining that weight that I lost. And with the third, it's like, I need to be healthy. I need to be a good role model. I need to have things in my house that are quick and easy. So I think by telling people why I love it, I think that's a great way to build value, because you're your best testimony. People are going to be like, can relate with you. It's like, oh, well, you drink it. And then if you don't quite have a success story yet, maybe sharing somebody else's. Like, oh, my friend that just had a baby, she lost 40 pounds in 4 months because she's been drinking every day and doing Turbo Fire because that's the program she loves. So, and then now that we can go live, I just feel like you could just whip up like you could be blending a shake going live. And like, as you're blending it, kind of talk about like, oh, these 2 new ingredients, the new matcha tea extract is so fabulous because, and then you go into like the benefits. And when people are like, oh, matcha tea, people know about that now because it's in all the drinks. But it's like, yeah, that's one of our like 70 superfoods that are in there, and it's in the new vegan formula. So that's another way too. Go live blending up a shake and then just start talking about it. That's what I would do.
Yeah, good idea. The best way to show value and handle some of those like objections is post about it. Like if people are like, oh, I don't need that. Well, yes, you do, and here's why. And make social media posts about it. Question number 3, is there something particular that you focus more on each month to help you reach Success Club? Free groups, sharing your story, workout videos, live videos, what?
Okay, that's a really good question. And at some point I realized like, okay, Success Club is so important to hit every single month because it puts me on track to grow my business. And I think I heard it at Platinum Edge, and it was just like, you have to hit Success Club no matter what every month. So here's what I do. I hit it no matter what every single month. And until I hit it, I don't do anything else in my business. And sometimes, most times, Megan said I'm a Success Club 5 legend. I'll hit Success Club. It usually ends up being 6 because, we work in 2s. Then I'll move on to like growing my team, or I'll move on to like working on whatever it is. Like if you want to, do a blog, or you want to do a logo, or you want to run a team event, I won't do that stuff until I do what I need to do to grow my business, and that is hitting Success Club every month. Now, you were asking how I do that. The fortune is in the follow-up, and that was, I had the title of this, call just being inviting, but the fortune is in the follow-up. So with all those invites that you put out there, it's very important that within 48 hours, you circle back to those invites and you follow up with them. So it's almost so simple, but it's just like, okay, pull out your list, even if it's written in hand, or if you're using Teamsy, or if it's on an Excel sheet, however you're keeping track of your list, that should be, once those invites went out, the first thing you do when you go back to working your business. So you go back to that list, and then you say, hey, Brittany, did you think about that, the 3-day group that I invited you to? Are you ready to be added to that group? Because don't add people to groups if they don't want to be added. Wait till they say yes. And then, hey, Megan, did you, were you interested in getting on my live sneak peek? We had talked about it, how coaching, would be awesome for you. Can you get on at 7:00 tomorrow night? And those can be yes or no's. And then from there, it's like, if they say no, then you're going to keep circling back when you're following up until they just say, like, I'm not interested. And you could tell people that. You could be like, I totally understand if it's something that you're not interested in, just let me know, and then I won't invite you to the next one. Or if this isn't a good time for you, maybe next month will be better after the kids get kind of acclimated to school. Then we can, get you into the next challenge group, because I know you really want to lose that 30 pounds, but I understand that you're really busy right now. I can appreciate and I understand that. So kind of, say it's okay. It's absolutely okay. Does that help?
Yes. What do you use to track your business?
Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna laugh. Look at like my office.
I wanted to ask you because we have sapphires on our team.
It's so funny. I know. It's bad. It's really bad.
You can be honest, because I don't think, other than Stevie, I know Stevie uses Teamsy, and she's paid the yearly membership and she is on her game.
Yes.
And I do too. Right now you don't want to see, I'm not turning my computer around, but it's a madhouse. But wouldn't you agree, Shawna?
I love these huge sheets of paper that stick to the walls.
Yep.
And I write notes on them. And then I have, under the notes section in my phone, I keep people's names, and I take them from like Facebook Messenger, and I put them in my notes so I don't forget to follow up with them. And then I jot things down on paper. Like if I was just at the preschool orientation for my 3-year-old, just about to start. And I met like 2 people there that it just came up in conversation. So I'm like, okay, I have to follow up with Kelly. She owns that dance studio. And I have to follow up with Jen because she just had a baby. So I'm going to write their names, and I'm going to put little notes next to them. And that's just how my brain works, because it's fast paced with 3 kids. But, and you said this in your intro, how super organized. So I laugh, but it's like, I would just work better like that, like a messy office. I just work better under those terms. But Teamsy, I am a member of Teamsy, and in a perfect world, that's where I would track my leads. So that's where I would love to go to is Teamsy.
Cool.
And it's because it tells you put your goals in there, and it tells you exactly how many people you need to reach out to hit those goals and how many people you have to hit. So that's for your emeralds. It's gonna like be number for number, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, okay, if I hit Success Club, if I do this, you know.
Yep. Agreed. And it's super important. Like Shawna said, that's how she operates. She's obviously figured out a way to operate on how she feels organized best. And you have to figure out what works for you. If Teamsy doesn't work for you, Excel and all that document shit, like it makes me want to throw up because I hate that. And right now I have like five different pieces of paper with different things on it. But if Facebook crashed, do you have a backup?
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
that's where you have to go. If you're not tracking your business, somehow you don't have a business, and you'll get to that point where you're like, okay, I don't even know who my follow-ups are, and you've lost people. And those are your Success Club points. Those are your next diamond coaches. Those are your next leads and next referrals and next testimonies, success stories. Another question: how many times do you follow up with no answers back?
Oh, it really hurts my feelings. So probably like one or two. Because I mean, I kind of think of how I am. I'm like, oh, if like someone invited me to like a LuLaRoe party or something, and I like don't want to go, or they like didn't build any relationship with me, I'm like, I barely even know who you are, then I won't even like really respond. Or you get so many of those, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So either you're not building value, you're not forming a relationship, you're skipping steps, like the first step, or they don't have a need. And so I just feel like maybe like 2 times, but after that, you're going to be like that person, you know?
Agreed.
That's bad to say, right?
No, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I don't like when people message me stuff like that, and I'm like,
No.
I've never talked to you, and you literally just shot me a sales pitch.
Right.
Yeah. I end up sending them a link to like GoPro or Get Over Your Damn Self or something like that back. So,
or you know what? Like in the beginning, I always held like live fit clubs, because you know, even whether you're an instructor or not, you don't have to be, because you can put the on demand. You could put it on a screen or on a TV. It doesn't matter. But it's like they're coming there because they have a need and they want to be there. So then those are your people that you're going to be offering different things to, instead of, so basically like taking it from a cold market into a warm market, because you're offering something of value live in your area. And that's when my business grew the fastest, was when I did things like that, because then the next week they would bring a friend, and we would go as far as, you know, you offer so much and you just don't expect anything in return. And that's when like your business grows. We would do their weights and measurements, and then we would track it on a chart for them, and then do the workout, and then sample the shakes afterwards. And then once we got comfortable, because we were new coaches, we weren't very comfortable. Then after we got comfortable, we would talk a little bit about the business at the end and be like, no, this is what we do as coaches. Is anyone interested? You know, we were nervous, but then you get more comfortable with the more you do it. And then before you know it, you're up there just like talking about the business and saying like, this business is awesome because, you know, I'm paying for my car payment with my week's check, and it's totally changed my family's life because we don't have credit card debt anymore. And you get that confidence because of your success. So it's like you have to have those baby steps and build up to the, you know, the bigger ones.
agreed. And you made a really good point. That's how you build up your confidence, is by doing those little shake and shares or live videos of you making a shake or hosting a fit club. We used to do a fit club too, and it was awesome. And you could even run like a fit club camp and run like a 8-week, you know, or something like that, or a or a 30-day and do a program and everybody, come. So yeah, lots of things that you can do there. It's just a matter of doing it, stepping up, figuring it out and doing it, and falling on your face and then doing it again over and over and over again.
Right.
Another question, if it's been 48 hours after inviting someone and you see someone hasn't checked their message, do you send another message saying something like, hey, not sure if you got my message?
Well, we can see now though if they checked it, right? With the little face.
Yeah, but the question is if you see that they did not check it, do you send another one? Or do you wait until you see that they see it?
I mean, I don't think you can go wrong either way. It's like, because if you could just say that, like, I noticed you didn't see my message. I just want, I wanted to make sure I got in touch with you before Wednesday, so that's why I'm reaching out again. And that's it. Like, I don't think you can't go wrong either way there.
Yeah. And I'm not afraid to tell people, hey, you were on, I put your name on my list to follow up with today. Did you have a chance to view the info I sent? Like, tell people you're following up. Hey, I'm following up with you because this is a business, and you want to show people that if they potentially become a coach on your team, like, you want to lead with how the business is run, right? And so tell people you're following up with them, Yeah. Any other questions, guys?
I think Dana just sent me a script that she came up with to give to newer coaches that are inviting into the sneak peek. And I think she put something like, I loved how she started it. She's like, thank you for the Facebook love. So this is like people that are like, that are not coaches, that keep liking or keep commenting and saying like, amazing job, so inspiring, things like that. She put like, thank you for the Facebook love. It can be kind of uncomfortable to reach out to people, but you're totally someone I always thought of when I wanted to build my team. So, would you be interested? So kind of like in a really passive way, and saying that like, this is really hard for me, but I really appreciate everything that you do for me. How would you like to learn more about what I'm doing that's changing my life and so many other people's? And I love that because I think it's just really sincere. Like whenever I saw that, I was like, oh, that's cute. And she like added some emojis. It fit like the personality type. It's got to fit your personality type too.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. I'll turn that into a invite, guys, and post it in our group.
Or I can copy and paste the one that she sent. I love it. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Yes. Have you ever invited someone to both the challenge group and the business in a message?
No. Challenge group and the business, no.
To me, that would be too many, too confusing. Yeah, they wouldn't know what to focus on.
Right. No, it would be for me challenge, unless I know they'd be a dynamite coach and they're looking for like a way out of, they're looking to leave their job or something. Otherwise, it'd probably be challenge group first, and then get them on a program and seeing some amazing results, and then the business opportunity. Because you know what? It's like, it's not even about like signing up a bunch of coaches. It's about the quality of the people that you're signing up and then keeping them as a coach. So if you just throw them into the business, it's like they might not even understand what they're signing up for. But then if they're coming out of the challenge group, it's like they get it. They see what you're doing. They see that you're motivating with quotes and that you're inspiring, and then they can kind of feel like, okay, I could see myself doing that. But otherwise, they might think like you're a personal trainer. It can be very confusing otherwise, I think.
Yes, I agree. I think the biggest thing we're getting confused is, well, we need to focus on recruiting and signing up coaches and finding those leaders. But it's not just throwing a coach invite or a business invite out to everybody. Like, you have your top 10 script that you send out asking for a favor, which Shawna, the one she just mentioned, that kind of sounds like it could be a top 10 script. Hey, I really respect your opinion. Would you be interested in taking a look and giving me your feedback? that would be a top 10 script where you would send out to your warm market as a favor, asking for a favor. But you don't just throw the coach invite out to anybody unless, like Shawna said, it's somebody who has showed interest, like, hey, I'm looking for a plan B. I want to stay home with my kids. I need to pay off debt and I'm looking for a way, something like that. But if there's somebody who's like not looking for that and you have not identified that type of need, challenge group, free group, they'll fall into one of those categories. And then that's where you find those Stevies and those Britneys, and you find those lifers, the people that get it and want to continue on and be by your side and build with you.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Any other questions, guys? Em, I know you just hopped on. Did you have any questions? She answered your one before, but you can read that in the record or listen to that in the recording. Thumbs up. We're good? Okay.
Yeah, I would say, like, when inviting, just put yourself in their shoes. That would be like one of my tips for you, is just, how would you want someone to invite you into the coaching business? How would you want someone to approach you if you just had a baby and a ton of weight to lose? And I think then it's like, once you remember that, you know, take the business hat and just go back to being like a person and a friend and really just setting out to help people, I think that's when you're going to have the best results with inviting. But when it becomes like a numbers game, so it's like, you know, I like to say go for 15 new conversations and 15 new invites, because it's just like a goal for you to hit. But don't do it. Don't set out to do it like with the wrong intentions. Like, okay, I have to get 5 more conversations today. Let's go. Because that's where it loses the value. And I'm guilty of this too, because it sometimes happens where you get, you know, you get going and you get caught up in like, oh, I just need 2 more Success Club points. But that's where, like, I will be honest and I'll say, hey, you know, Shannon, I'm trying to get 2 more points by tomorrow. I know you said you needed shakes. Can we get that order in tonight? It would be doing me a huge favor. And, you know, like, that's where you just got to be honest, because otherwise that, like, kind of like that last minute and anxiety, they're going to feed that. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, she's like desperate to sell me this challenge pack. What is going on? What is she getting for this?
Yeah.
You know, and you remember, like, they are just a person. So, like, how can you help them, not sell them?
Yes, that exactly. That's just it. And I told these guys one time, maybe I didn't, I don't remember, but a friend posted, she does the wild tree food stuff, and she posted like, hey, Facebook friends, like, I'm really trying to get to a goal. I need to sell $60 in product. And just because I wanted to help her, I was like, I ordered something, you know what I mean? So, like, she was just honest, and she just was like, I need to get to this goal. I would love your support, your help. So being honest is always, when you're honest, that conveys.
Is the best policy. Honesty
Yes.
is the best policy.
Yes.
Okay, no, I love that Wild Tree products though.
Yeah, and they're dairy and gluten free.
They're the best. That
Yeah.
grape tree oil and stuff, grape seed
Yeah.
oil. Oh, that stuff's amazing. And those are good people to team up with and host parties together. Because it's like the organic foods plus like the fitness program, it all goes hand in hand. And my neighbor had that and she ended up becoming a coach. It was like a perfect blend.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So if you guys have friends that do, or like the Mary Kay too, I mean, doing like facials and fitness, you know, like
beauty. Yeah. Beauty on the outside and in. I love that.
Yeah. Definitely.
And people are going to have more time now that their kids are in school, if that's the case. So, you know, well, it can go both ways, but I mean, like, during the day, that's when you want to, like, do some of those parties too when the kids are in school, or on the weekends, and then maybe even invite the kids, like, they can sample Daily Sunshine and Play, and then the moms can have the shakes and get a quick facial with the Mary Kay. But yeah, when you're teaming up with someone, it helps both people. And then you're getting into their network of people, because you know that Mary Kay consultant is not looking really to become a coach, but yet she's got a whole pool of people over there. And then you've got a whole pool of people over here. So why not share? And then you just doubled all of your network.
Hope you guys are writing this down. All right, guys. I got to get up early, so I'm leaving you. Just kidding.
Yes,
I have to get up at like 4:15 to get ready for my class to teach turbo and toning. Yeah.
Amazing. You are awesome. How are you feeling? Tired? Yes.
Extreme exhaustion has set in this pregnancy.
I totally understand. Oh my gosh, Megan. But like, seriously, you guys have an awesome leader. Megan's so fabulous. And thank you so much for getting on this call. I know everyone's time is precious, and I really appreciate it. And I hope you found some good tips. And if you want to reach out to me at all, I'm going to be available. I'm going to have 3 kids in school, so all I'm going to have is time on my hands. I went from like the opposite, you know what I mean? Yeah. All right, you guys have an awesome night. Mwah.
Yes, thank you, Shawna.
Bye.